The Amazon rainforest is not only a mysterious and mystical place. Furthermore, the Amazon rainforest holds countless unanswered questions that humanity has yet to uncover solutions for. The sacred forests and pristine waters here have provided a rich source of inspiration for countless explorers and adventure enthusiasts. So, what are we going to talk about today? Get ready, because this is about to be a video packed with a wealth of information about a mysterious place that humanity has yet to fully explore. We have mythology, history, theories, and of course, buried civilizations. And this is the Amazon. The Amazon rainforest is the largest rainforest on the planet and is often referred to as the Earth's lungs. This forest is located in the South American continent, spanning across the countries of Brazil, Peru, Colombia, Venezuela, Ecuador, Bolivia, Guyana, Suriname, and French Guiana. Due to the value of this forest, it is always closely guarded to honor Mother Nature and, at the same time, protect humanity from significant threats when the Earth's lungs are impacted. For that reason, exploring the rainforest is not an easy journey for anyone. But that's only half of the story. The Amazon rainforest is not only closely guarded, but also home to the most treacherous and complex terrain on Earth. To reach the rainforest, explorers must not only cross multiple borders, but also contend with rugged terrain, dense vegetation, and a diverse and treacherous array of flora and fauna. And most importantly, the welcoming embrace of the indigenous tribes in this region. That's the story of the 16th century, when explorations of the South American landmass were expanding. The rumors of a lush land, filled with exotic fruits and fragrances akin to paradise, compelled many explorers to venture into this mysterious forest to uncover its secrets. Rumors had it located somewhere to the east, and from there, Francisco de Orellana embarked on his journey to explore the rainforests of South America. This expedition led Francisco de Orellana to encounter a tribe deep within the jungle, where long-haired warriors fiercely engaged him to the extent that his well-armed expedition had to retreat. Witnessing the indigenous tribe with a protective force resembling the Amazonian warriors from Greek mythology, he referred to this place as the River of the Amazons, and from then on, the name Amazon gradually came into widespread use to refer to this location. The story of the Amazons, beautiful, strong, and courageous female warriors, resonated far and wide. These are legends of long-haired warriors who confronted formidable names like Heracles, Theseus, and even Achilles. The reputation of these warriors doesn't really need to be emphasized, as they were present everywhere, in regions ranging from Persia, Egypt, Central Asia, the Middle East, and even China. There are also stories of brave and valiant female warriors. In ancient Greece, they have etched their names into history and have become monumental figures in the art of sculpting on pottery, ceramic vessels, and even in paintings. They symbolize strength, the resilience to transcend personal boundaries, and are women on equal footing with men in prowess and skill. They are warriors who stand shoulder to shoulder with the greatest heroes in mythology and legend. They are indeed a worthy emblem to grace this majestic forest. Myths are often passed down orally before being firmly recorded to endure to this day. Not every civilization knew how to create their own language and inscribe it on magnificent and enduring structures, such as temples or hieroglyphs on pyramids. For the Dazana tribe, the people who inhabit the upper Valps River basin in the Amazonas state today, they have a story to tell when it comes to the origins of all things. For the Dazano people, a mighty anaconda is the ancestor of all creatures, having entered this world through the Negro and Valps rivers. This anaconda deity carried within itself the ancestors of all species, including humanity. They crawl throughout the forest, gradually transforming from ancestors into humans. When they arrived at the Ipanor waterfall, the Jirijirimo River, meaning the bed of the blanket, the ancestors divided the land and began to settle. The body of this primitive snake is our abode, where we reside, thereby defining our names, actions, history, identity, and language. For this reason, the world also takes the form of an anaconda snake. Those near the head of the snake represent the tribal leaders, in the middle are the sorcerers, and those at the tail of the snake are the common people. The neighboring tribes around the forest also have similar stories, recounting how the mother snake gave birth to the world. This is the story of Yakumama, the great mother snake and the guardian of the gateway to heaven. They say that the great mother snake is the one who gave birth to water, who protects and gives birth to life. This is a gigantic snake that lives underwater, with a body over 15 meters long, slithering through the water and capable of snapping large trees in half. Another tribe, like the Huaorani people, tells that the anaconda snake is the Milky Way, and when it slithers down to earth, it created the Amazon River. For another, more mysterious tribe, they believe that the river is born from an undying love. However, when the sun and the moon cannot be close to each other, the sun will melt the moon, and the moon will cool the sun, heartsick from their ill-fated love. The moon cried many tears, and his tears flowed into the sea, becoming the Amazon River as it is today. Local Amazon rainforest residents indeed worship the anaconda snake. To them, the anaconda is the mother, the ancestor, the creator, and the creature that formed this river. Like all other creation myths, people use what they see in their everyday lives to explain the existence of the world. As for the people of Northern Europe, ice will explain the creation of the world through an ice giant. Therefore, the people in the Amazon rainforest, when they see the anaconda snake and the river, immediately think of the gigantic snake as the creator of humanity. However, as colossal as the giant snake is, it couldn't possibly be as immense as the ice giant Ymir, whose body melted to form the entire world, could it? But in reality, the snakes in this area did once reach sizes beyond anyone's imagination. At the end of the Jurassic period, creatures belonging to 4 genera began to undergo fascinating evolutions. One of these species started elongating their bodies and eventually evolved into lizard-like creatures as we see today. However, this was also the time when Earth began to gradually warm up, affecting the physiology of a cold-blooded reptilian species. Ancient snakes received sunlight and, as a result, became more active. Their bodies didn't truly have a stopping point in the development process, and thanks to these changes, we have a creature known as Titanoboa from the Cretaceous period. In the early 2000s, archaeologists inadvertently stumbled upon fossils in a mining area near the Colombia-Venezuela border. It was a colossal fossil site, and archaeologists discovered a panoramic picture of the planet's past within it. After nearly a decade of excavation, they had to fossilize and puzzle their brains to piece it back together. They found the bones of an anaconda, but it was much larger. After assembling the skeleton of this giant anaconda, archaeologists and researchers recognized it as a creature from the Paleogene or early Cenozoic era, roughly about 65 million years ago. The standout feature of this skeleton was strikingly clear. It was a giant anaconda snake, potentially reaching up to 30 meters in length. To put it in perspective, the longest anaconda snakes today only reach between 15 to 17 meters, equivalent to the length of a bus. The ancient anaconda would be as long as 2 buses. However, the lifespan of these snakes, no matter how many years it could extend, couldn't withstand the forces of Mother Nature. Earth was progressively warming over time, and by the Eocene period, they had become extinct. However, is this the entirety of the mysteries in the history of the Amazon rainforest? Time can be seen as a colossal eraser, wiping everything from the face of the earth and turning seemingly indestructible structures into dust. And as explorers set foot in the Amazon rainforest, they encountered seemingly endless obstacles, only to be met with yet more obstacles further down the line, much like that. Upon closer examination, they noticed its angularity and remnants of a human settlement that once thrived here. Eventually, they realized that the place they were standing on had been a magnificent city. But how could a perilous jungle like the Amazon conceal an entire city? And why did this city vanish? Could this be El Dorado, the legendary city of gold? These questions prompted researchers and explorers to pack their bags and venture into the Amazon rainforest. The discovery of cities in South America ceased to be a novelty to the world since the 15th century. Exploration of South America expanded, and this region quickly became the domain of powers like Spain and Portugal. This invasion revealed to humanity that the indigenous people had indeed established prosperous civilizations of their own. Empires like the Inca had their capital in Cusco, the city of Machu Picchu, or the Aztec Empire's Tenochtitlan. However, Westerners inadvertently introduced diseases to the indigenous populations upon their arrival in their territories. Due to their lack of access to advanced healthcare and immunity to Western diseases, the indigenous world quickly crumbled. The invasion of South America brought significant mineral wealth and advantages to Western nations. So, the rumors of a mysterious city filled with gold, named El Dorado, ignited the greed of explorers and brought them back to their South American expeditions. According to legend, the city of gold would be as grand in scale as the Inca capital of Cusco and brimming with precious gold and silver. Witnessing what the Inca people had achieved with their stone city, nearly perfect architecture with meticulously cut stones, they had every reason to believe that El Dorado was real. But the rumors also came with a challenge. The location of El Dorado was said to be deep within the Amazon rainforest. Over the centuries, hundreds of expeditions into the Amazon jungle were organized, all with the hope of achieving the elusive dream. This meant they found nothing at all. The whereabouts of El Dorado remained a mystery, but everyone said they witnessed chiefs adorned with gold during their Amazon expeditions. When even commoners were wearing gold, it was believed that the city of gold must be even more magnificent. However, it remained just a rumor. The dreams of the explorers were shattered by this perilous journey. The Amazon rainforest is too perilous. If the explorers didn't die from attacks or diseases, they would perish from hunger. It was an impenetrable fortress of survival. Due to the relentless resistance of the rainforest, explorations into the Amazon dwindled, and El Dorado is now considered a legend, not a real city. Sometimes, it may even be the local people's curse, meant to slowly erode and undermine the greedy colonizers who came to seize their land. So, is the city in the Amazon rainforest just a fantasy? Not entirely. By the mid-20th century, researchers began to have the technology to conduct in-depth studies of this jungle, and this is where clues started to emerge. First, they discovered that this jungle had fertile land suitable for cultivation. This meant it had the potential to sustain life for a large city. Then, they found massive canals running through the Amazon rainforest. Beyond the canals were interconnected roads, forming a large transportation network within the jungle. These canals and roads could have supported a settlement that housed over 50,000 people, around 1,200 years before Common Era in this area. However, it didn't stop at just one small mound in the Amazon rainforest in Acre, Brazil. They also found similar mounds dating back 200 years before Common Era, and the same pattern emerged in Bolivia. The LiDAR satellite technology also allows us to reconstruct these areas to see what researchers in the past couldn't see. Places like Cotoca in Trinidad now emerge as a significant city in the past. These ancient traces continually reappear in satellite observation reports. And finally, we have a colossal panorama of a civilization that once existed in the Amazon rainforest. What happened to the civilization that once thrived here? Archaeologists believe that because the architecture of that time was primarily constructed from wood, And before they could transition to stone architecture like that of Tenochtitlan or Cusco, these civilizations no longer existed. It's possible that a disease may have arrived and swept away this civilization for whatever reason. The once thriving civilization in the deep Amazon rainforest has also crumbled and left little trace for modern humans to further investigate. Archaeologists are still trying to reconstruct what they can of this ancient civilization. However, while satellites can peer through sparse jungle canopies, they remain powerless before the dense, towering Amazon rainforest. Where the remnants lie beneath the canopies of the Amazon rainforest, in places where humanity has yet to venture, it may be a long wait before we can truly draw conclusions about this buried civilization. That concludes the story of the Amazon rainforest, the origin of the name anaconda for these snakes, and the buried civilization. What do you think? Does the Amazon rainforest make you more curious about the world's hidden mysteries? Please share your thoughts in the comments section below. And now thank you for listening, and see you again soon.